Now we have the 2011 Cabernet Franc from Glacier Ridge Vineyards. And this wine is actually really wonderful to be able to taste at this stage in its development. It's had quite a few years in bottle, but still I think has some time to keep developing. You're getting some really nice kind of characteristics showing through, but you can also tell there's a lot of structure there that's going to hold on for quite some time.
Glacier Ridge Cabernet Franc has a real sort of Bordeaux aspect to it in how we work with it. There are versions of Cab Franc that we love making that are a little bit brighter, a little bit crisper. There are versions that are a little bit more like Pinot Noir. With this particular site, every year we just get this beautiful structured tannic red. And in 2011, which was a relatively wet year, a relatively, not the best red year perhaps, with 10 years in bottle, this wine is really starting to show beautifully, and it's starting to show those herbal characteristics that are why we fall in love with Cabernet Franc.
And the 2011 Cabernet Franc is from the Glacier Ridge planting that is actually quite close down to the lake. It's on one of the steeper slopes. So we're getting a really good amount of sun exposure, as well as a little bit more breezes coming up off the lake, which really does a lot of favors in ripening the Cabernet Franc, but also keeping away some of the disease pressure that can develop here in the Finger Lakes, especially in a cool vintage, which, again, we're lucky with Glacier Ridge that that's really not a big problem there. Yeah. Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay. And we're lucky in the Finger Lakes that Cabernet Franc tends to laugh off rain pressure and disease pressure. Thicker skins, a really nice delayed ripening timeline. This is something that can come in the end of October or early November without any difficulty and still deliver a wine that's going to be balanced. It's not too jammy, it's not too alcoholic when it's fermented. It's something that can still be really poised and beautiful after it's hung through the sort of autumn rains that might have happened.